TikToks you should not watch alone. Part 59. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna be watching scary TikToks you should not watch alone. I don't want to watch this video, but I am. And well, I was gonna watch it with the light off. The light is off, but there's a lamp on the back because you guys won't be able to see me then. But anyway, let's just get straight into this video. Just get it over done with. I don't really want to watch it.
The piece features Olivier covering himself in clay and essentially making a new face for himself. While it is very interesting and compelling, there are also a lot of disturbing elements that goes into Olivier's piece.
Okay, no, I don't want to do this. I'm not scared, it's just creepy, like, wow, okay. What is this, like, what is on my screen? Who's gonna be like, oh, this is so autistic. What is going on? If I was this person, I'd be disgusted. What would the people think of me? Imagine going in public and wearing that. Like, oh my god, that's the TikTok. Oh my god. Gonna get arrested. Oh, he's getting beaten up. Oh, God. Why would you do that though? It's so stupid.
Can I show you a scary video? This video is actually terrifying. The video is going viral right now on Twitter with 18 million views. And it even has news articles written about it. I'm just gonna show you the video, but please be advised, it might be triggering for some people.
Why is there red circles? I could see what's going on. Why'd she leave? What is that? Oh. What? Well, she would have been.
So this is what 25 million of you wanted to see. But for those who don't know, I found this locked box in my attic wall.
Oh, okay.
And the key was rattling inside this mirror. Someone didn't want us to find it. But we have.
This looks so fake for some reason, but it might be real.
Really strange objects were inside. Like this small pendant necklace. What looks like a burnt piece from a Ouija board. It's covered in wax. A second key. And this lock of hair. Not sure why it was hidden, but if there's a second key, there could be another box. Follow and we'll keep looking.
God, I think that's fake.
Attention in the water. Attention in the water. This is the Orange County Sheriff's Department. Be advised, State Parks is asking us to make an announcement to let you know you are paddleboarding next to approximately 15 great white sharks. They're advising that you exit the water in a calm manner. The sharks are as close as the surf line.
They say in a calm manner,
Thank you for your cooperation.
I have a feeling the way he worded it made it sound more scary.
Imagine for a moment the unimaginable happened.
Like radiation.
A major city is hit by a nuclear weapon.
Radiation would kill people.
Now, no number could account for all the devastation that would result. But we can put a number on the deaths. At least we can make an educated guess based on our understanding of what nuclear blasts do to city structures and people. We'll assume the bomb is detonated in the air to maximize the radius of impact, as was done in Japan in 1945. But here we'll use an 800 kiloton warhead, a relatively large bomb in today's arsenals, and 100 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Oh God.
Upon detonation, a fireball as hot as the sun would expand to a radius of 800 meters. Those near the blast would be vaporized. And within a 2-kilometer radius, all buildings would likely be destroyed. And we'll assume that virtually survives inside this area, which, based on population density, would start the death tally at 120,000 people. As you move further away from ground zero, estimating deaths becomes more complicated. From as far away as 11 kilometers, the radiant heat from the blast would be strong enough to cause third-degree burns on exposed skin.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
And as you get closer to the blast, the heat becomes so intense that clothing, even skin, would ignite into flames.
Oh God.
That said, most people in the city would be indoors or otherwise sheltered from direct exposure. But the very structures that offered this protection would then become a cause of injury, as debris would rip through buildings and rain down on city streets. As a rough estimate, we can assume that half the people between 2 and 11 kilometers from the blast are killed, from burns, debris, smoke, collapsed buildings, and radiation sickness. Which translates roughly into an additional 500,000 people. Many of these deaths will occur days, even weeks after the attack. Radiation sickness takes about a week to cause death. And much of the dust and ash produced from the explosion will be dangerously radioactive, especially if it originated near ground zero. And the distance the particles travel will depend on the wind and other factors. Now, since this simulation is of an airburst attack, it will produce significantly less radioactive fallout than ground attacks targeting missile silos or bunkers. So we'll go with a relatively small number of deaths outside the 11-kilometer range. If it were a surface blast, the fallout deaths could surpass all other deaths combined, but it's a very difficult number to predict.
As well.
In theory, radiation deaths can be reduced if people can avoid exposure to the fallout, especially during the critical first few days. Fallout shelters were common during the Cold War, but people rarely build shelters today. And schools no longer practice nuclear war drills. We generally talk less about surviving a nuclear attack. And in a way, it's good that we're less afraid of the bomb now that the Cold War is over. When nations are less on edge, the risk of accidents is arguably reduced.
Yeah.
But nuclear weapons remain one of the great threats to humanity. And today, we're entering a new era in nuclear weapon history. Long-standing nuclear arms treaties are being reassessed, and countries, big and small, face the prospect of new arms races. In part because technology is emerging that may give one side a strategic advantage,
What was that?
notably hypersonic weapons. Current nuclear missiles travel around the Earth at high altitudes, making them visible by radar earlier in their flight. Now, some hypersonic vehicles travel close to the Earth, through the atmosphere at least 5 times the speed of sound, giving defending countries far less time to react.
Oh God.
And remember that some of the most perilous moments during the Cold War occurred when countries maneuvered to reduce their opponent's reaction time. And
crazy.
the less
Imagine if these
time
bombs-
countries had
this
to
is one
react,
bomb.
the more
Imagine if
likely an accident
many
will occur,
bombs
or a rash
just
judgment.
bombed in small countries, bro.
And then you have
crazy.
smaller nukes that blur the line between conventional and nuclear weapons, providing a more slippery path to nuclear escalation. Now, for ordinary citizens, nuclear weapon policy may seem like a complex, even intimidating topic. But leaders often consider public perceptions when making policy. In many countries, voter opinion is an important factor. Whether you believe nuclear weapons have made the world safer or more dangerous, both sides generally agree that the bomb brings an unparalleled risk, and that there are things we can do to reduce the risk, like minimizing how many countries get the bomb, or scaling back Cold War arsenals, or stabilizing technology races,
How
pledging
do you
to
do
never
it?
be the first one to strike.
Such
ideas have often
is reduced if fewer countries get the bomb. Okay. I thought it said to reduce the risk, we have to make fewer countries get. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, makes sense. But I have a feeling technology is going so far, so it's gonna develop eventually, where loads of countries have these bombs for like protection, self-protection, and then it might trigger a few countries might trigger like a war. It'll be crazy. Like if World War III happens, then it'll be much more different than the previous wars. Like World War II was already crazy. Imagine World War III. It'd be crazy.
resulted in signed treaties, some of which have held.
I mean, people don't even realize there's still war going on today. Like war is still happening today. Like it's just not really popular for some reason. Like Israel is taking over Palestine. Well, there's the whole Russia-Ukraine thing as well. The Syria, Yemen. There's just so many countries. It's just in need. It's crazy.
Decades. Some are at risk of expiring, and some just need a final push to become activated.
Oh. That's the treaty.
By being steadfast in these efforts and not walking away from diplomatic achievements, we can continue the work of ensuring that this nightmare simulation
it's not like
never
war's gonna
becomes
happen,
a
because
reality.
if US and America, if US and Russia declare war on each other, it'd be too much. There'd be too many deaths, too much destruction. It'd be crazy. Yeah, that was that video. I'll be honest, some TikToks weren't that scary. Like the nuclear one, it wasn't that scary. It was just facts. I don't really find that scary. But yeah, some TikToks are a bit creepy and weird, like the first one. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.